Beneath the Shadows is the story of Grace Lockwood, who comes to the North Yorkshire moors from London with her husband Adam and her baby daughter Millie. They have come to start a new life, but sadly a week later Adam vanishes, leaving Millie on the doorstep. The main bulk of my story picks up a year after that, when Grace returns to the cottage with Millie. She's trying to tie up loose ends, almost resigned to giving up the search for Adam, but not quite, still looking for answers. Soon after she returns, she's drawn into the superstitions of the village. She meets the locals, who all seem to have secrets of their own. As Grace gets closer to the truth, she realises that she's actually caught in a race against time to get her and her daughter away from a real danger. My personal association with the moors goes back about 15 years. There are various references in the book to the fact that Grace was from London before she moved to Yorkshire, and what I was trying to do there is get that real sense of an outsider coming in. I've lived in a big city, so I know how different that lifestyle is. I'm just really drawn to the myths and legends, the different people you meet here, the different lifestyles, the different mentality here. I really began to choose elements of the area that might fit into the story really well. The first one that I chose was the stone crosses on top of the moorside, the black bar guests. These black dogs were brilliant symbols of threat and danger. There's the Monk's Trot, which is a walkway that's at the top of the moorside that was used as a pathway for smugglers and for monks centuries ago. The Hand of Glory in Whitby, and also witching posts. I was using some of my favourite Gothic stories and working with them. I incorporated elements of Rebecca, which is referenced in the text. Wuthering Heights, Hand of the Baskervilles there and there too. And then the Whitby connection is of course Dracula. It was really interesting writing about a mother-daughter relationship with a mother with a young child, since I was actually going through the same experience at the time I wrote the bulk of the book. She has broadened my emotional horizons tremendously. I was really able to identify with what Grace might feel and how she might cope with bringing her to such an isolated location, how that might prey on her own fears, heighten her sense of paranoia, so that, I'm sure, has added another dimension to the story too. You feel like at the same time as you're reading a lot of history and a lot of folklore, you're also on this very modern journey with a very 21st century woman who has got all sorts of very modern dilemmas. You've got massive pace, mystery, suspense, twists and turns, and so it's a thoroughly absorbing read at the same time.